You may have heard the term IQ before, often used in reference to how smart someone is. IQ stands for intelligence quotient and is really just a test score that quantifies how well a person performs on an intelligence test. There are many different types of knowledge, however, and an IQ test only measures one type of intelligence. An EQ, or emotional quotient, is a measure of a person's emotional intelligence. According to psychologist Daniel Goleman, emotional intelligence includes 5 elements: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. Self-awareness involves emotional perception, the ability to recognize how you feel and accurately name or describe those emotions. Being self-aware also means knowing your own strengths and weaknesses, consistently reflecting on your thoughts and actions, and working to improve yourself when necessary. Self-regulation means that not only do you recognize your own emotions, you are also able to manage those emotions so they don't get out of control. Self-regulation involves thinking before you act and not making careless or impulsive decisions. People who self-regulate have good emotional resilience, meaning they are able to experience strong emotions, but have coping strategies that allow them to manage stressful situations without letting their feelings rule their actions. Motivation is another element of emotional intelligence that allows a person to focus on long-term goals. Motivated people are able to pass up immediate pleasure in order to achieve success in the future. Therefore, a person with high emotional intelligence has the confidence to withstand peer pressure, rise to a challenge, set their intention, and achieve their goals. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. Empathy, like self-awareness, involves emotional perception, in this case, the ability to recognize emotions in other people, even when they may not be obvious. Someone who is empathetic is able to sense the needs and desires of the people around them, as well as understand their perspective. Empathetic people also avoid passing judgment on others, and are usually good at managing relationships. That brings us to the final element of emotional intelligence, social skills. Good social skills involve facilitating interaction and communication with others so that everyone can get along. Those with strong social skills are polite. They are team players with good communication and relationship skills who can manage disputes and help others develop their talents. As you can see, a high level of emotional intelligence can help you to lead a healthy and successful life. While some people seem to possess emotional intelligence naturally, others may have to work hard to develop their emotional intelligence. You can learn to be more emotionally intelligent first by looking inward. Take time to observe your feelings and how you react to people, especially in tense situations. See if you can name the exact emotions you are experiencing. Take responsibility for your actions. Do not blame things on other people or circumstances. Examine how your actions contributed to your situation. If you hurt someone's feelings, apologize directly rather than avoiding the person or ignoring what you did. Think before you speak or act. Try to discern how your words or actions might affect other people. Imagine yourself in their place and see if you can figure out what emotions they would experience. Do not allow your emotions to get the better of you. Work to develop coping or stress management skills so that in the heat of the moment you can control your emotions. Controlling emotions does not mean that you don't acknowledge or express your emotions. It just means that you stop and think before acting on your emotions. It is important to develop positive coping strategies that can help you maintain control despite strong emotions. Social coping includes seeking support from friends or family, talking to someone you trust, or creating boundaries that protect you from people that might hurt you. Cognitive coping is another positive strategy for managing stress. Cognitive coping might mean planning for situations by coming up with possible solutions ahead of time or writing a list of pros and cons to make a decision. Writing a list of goals, strengths, or things you are grateful for is an example of cognitive coping, as is adjusting expectations for yourself or others. Distraction is another positive coping strategy that involves doing something that takes your mind off the situation so you can calm down. This might mean going for a jog, meditating, journaling, or taking a hot shower. It's important after a distraction to revisit the situation in your mind so you can reflect on what triggered the strong emotions and possibly work towards a resolution. When you are calm, it is easier to think and act rationally and create dialogue that is constructive rather than destructive. Positive coping skills can help you manage stress in your life. Negative coping skills, on the other hand, provide only temporary relief from stress and can actually hinder your ability to deal with stress positively in the long term. Avoidance is considered a maladaptive or negative coping skill. Avoidance means you stay away from people or places that cause you problems. While it may allow you temporary relief from a stressor, avoidance does not allow you to solve the root problem, and you end up being unable to deal with the issue the next time it inevitably arises. Escape is another maladaptive coping skill that involves drastic behavior aimed at forgetting your problems. Drug and alcohol use, self-mutilation, running away from home, or dropping out of school are examples of escape. These actions are not only harmful to your mental health, they can also endanger your physical health. Ignoring or covering up your emotions does not solve the problem. Plus, it disallows you from developing positive coping skills for the next time you experience stress. Using escape as a coping strategy will only make the problems worse. In addition to sharpening your emotional perception, resilience, and developing your social and coping skills, emotional intelligence is also about finding balance and creating harmony within your life. One way of looking at your life as a whole is by using the Wheel of Health. The Wheel of Health is a graphic organizer that helps you focus on the development of skills in 6 different categories. The first category is mind-body connection. This realm includes skills that help you use the connection between your mind and body to deal with stress. Some examples of activities that foster the mind-body connection include breathing exercises, muscle relaxation, and meditation. The second category is movement and exercise. These skills enable you to stay healthy physically and mentally. An exercise plan that includes cardio, strength, and flexibility training can help to develop this aspect of the Wheel of Health. Also important to your physical health is the next section of the wheel, nutrition. Developing a healthy eating plan to fuel your body is the focus of this category. ChooseMyPlate.gov is a great place to start when planning healthy meals. Physical environment is the next category on the Wheel of Health. The physical environment aspect of your health focuses on creating a calm and safe environment in which to live, work, and study. This might mean ensuring that the places where you live and work are free of hazards, noise, and clutter. The relationships section on the Wheel of Health involves skills that help you maintain healthy relationships with other people, including friends, family, coworkers, teachers, and other students. Attending therapy sessions or visiting a counselor are good ways to hone your relationship skills. The final category on the Wheel of Health is personal growth and spirituality. Personal growth involves continuously setting goals for yourself and planning on how to reach those goals. Spirituality is a very personal aspect of emotional health that looks different to everyone. Every individual has a spiritual side. Spirituality may be rooted in religion or have no religious connection whatsoever. Your spiritual practice may include prayer, attending religious services, or meditation. Personal growth and spirituality skills help to support not only your emotional health, but also your physical health. Now that you are aware of the 6 aspects of the Wheel of Health, your job is to personalize the wheel for your life. Think about activities that you already do to build your Wheel of Health. See if you can think of at least one thing for each category. Once you have filled in the Wheel of Health with your current activities, You can see which skills are well developed and which categories need more work to make you a more well-balanced individual. Perhaps you have many things listed under movement and exercise, but not a lot under nutrition. Maybe your physical environment is peaceful and safe, but you don't do many activities to develop your mind-body connection. Evaluate your wheel of health so you can discern where your weaknesses lie. Then think about what you can do to strengthen your wheel of health in each of the 6 categories. There are certain activities you can do that will help you develop skills in several categories at once. Yoga is one of those activities. Most yoga classes contain elements of movement, meditation, spirituality, and some may even address relationship skills. Practicing yoga is a great way to generate balance in your wheel of health and in your life. Strengthening your wheel of health can help to develop your emotional intelligence. Evidence suggests that you will be healthier emotionally if your emotional intelligence is strong. Remember that you can build and strengthen your emotional intelligence by practicing emotional perception, self-reflection, and empathy. The journey to emotional intelligence is long and can be difficult at times. Nevertheless, if you put in the work, the results are so worth it in the end.